Hello and welcome to Scottish Car Enthusiasts and Trains TV, and it's part 8 of our Bring Back Max Power series, where we're continuing to look at the September 1999 edition of Max Power magazine. So why are we bringing back Max Power? Well, in just under 2 weeks' time, at the time of filming, we'll be attending the Max Power reunion show. Where you can expect to see 800 plus show cars, Peugeot Ecosse, Jamie Shaw from Charisma, DJ Richie Don, and much more. Also the reveal of Project 2000 that RS Jamie's got, and also Kelly Boxall will be revealing her Peugeot show car as well. So, if you want to get along to the Max Power reunion show, then head along to the Max Power reunion show website on Google. You can also check it out on Instagram and also on Facebook, and you can purchase tickets from there. You can also purchase merchandise for like keyrings, hats, lanyards, t-shirts, air fresheners and stickers. So without much further ado, let's get into part 8 of Bring Back Max Power. So, we kick off part 8 with performance info. And we're not going to focus on the table here, we're going to focus on a performance buying guide for a Fiat Turbo Uno IE. So, it's a lightweight Italian beast with playful handling and decent engine. It's not as stylish as a Peugeot 205 or Renault 5 Turbo, but these were cheap. Speed. The 1372cc 8-valve motor chucks out a respectable 118 brake horsepower through its front wheels. The charge to 60 mph takes 8.3 seconds, and the maximum speed is 128 mph. What should you do modification-wise to the Turbo IE? Style should be the first on the agenda, and the Horman kit for the Mark I is available from Prima at a cost, this is back in 1999, of £425. Scorpion do a range of exhausts, the best looking being the twin centre exit 4-inch version. You can increase the power to a bulging 180 brake horsepower for 1,995 in a Mark I and 190 brake horsepower in the Mark II for 2,450. Call Avanti International Motorsport. Avanti International Motorsport are also offering an insane 280 brake horsepower engine from an Integrale, which will be bloody fast. You could always take the same route as Hans and transplant a Bugatti EB 1110 quad turbo engine. Now, what could you expect to pay for a Uno Turbo IE back in 1999? If you were looking for a mint condition one, you were looking between £1,500 and £3,000. And if you were looking for insurance, Mr. X would pay £525 for a J-Reg worth £1,550. And when we say Mr. X, this is his profile. Mr. X is the most average bloke ever. He's 23, has 2 years no claims. He has 3 points on his licence for speeding. His car's parked off the road, but not garaged. He lives in a medium rated crime zone, has a Thatcham approved alarm and a mobiliser. He's single, he smokes and he works in a factory. So if you were in the market for a Fiat Turbo Uno IE, then there's some information for you. So why don't we go and look at its rival, the Renault 5 GTT or GT Turbo. It's a damn quick car when you look at the size of a standard lump, and it handles its power well on the road. It It costs bugger all, but insurance can be high. So it's got 120 brake horsepower, 1397cc turbocharged engine. It's good for 60 in 7.3 seconds and a top speed of 122. Modification wise, if you were to get a Renault 5 Turbo, the mods they recommended in 1999 were: great styling and tuned parts make the GT Turbo one of the easiest maxed motors to separate from the herd. Performance will do you a 40% increase package for £1,100. 16-inch wheels look good, fit well, and mean you can get a GT tuning 288mm disc conversion for £252. We also do a closed loop dump valve for £198, vital to sounding the part when you're revving up at a cruise or waiting at the lights. Stuff to look out for is overheating can be a bit of a pain, so a performance water system for £120 to keep your bits cool. And to top all of this, call Charisma for a gleaming leather retrim. Prices start at £400. What to pay? What you should expect to pay back in 1999? Most are now modified in some way, and this will make prices vary. Aim for a clean sorted car for £2,500 upwards. And if Mr X was to buy this and tried to get insurance on it, it would be £630 for an E-Reg valued at £3,000. So we're now into the max tuning pages of the magazine. As we slowly make our way to the end of the magazine. So you got a Super Chips directory. Over on this, what should I have a look? So you've got a Super Chips directory. I think the closest one would be C or G. So C would be DBM, Darren Brown Motors Northeast Rolling Road Tuning. Or G would be, if you bear with me, Falkland Performance Centre. I think it's a slight problem. That's Aberdeen, not Fife. Then you've got Charisma Automotive. As we said, they're going to be at the reunion show with the Renault 5 Turbo. Looking forward to seeing that in the flesh, to be quite honest with you. And we've got some wind-ups. Cheatham styling. Then we've got let's have a look. EBC brakes, Mintex, Frado, window tinting, zap car thieves with 50,000 volts legally, protects your car stereo system, installs in seconds, transferable from car to car, other security systems just make a noise, auto tasers fight back. Untouchable car security for only $199.95. Moving over, you've got RGM Motorsport, Top Gear, Auto Tint Design. Then we move into the Max Security Guide. So you've got Toad, Clifford. And then we move into Max Insurance. This is the section where we come back to each time and say that this is how you would go around looking for car insurance before the days of Compare the Market or Money Supermarket. So you've got Lancaster Insurance Services. Keep abreast of the best policy benefits available. Gibson Insurance, Motor Insurance, UK Direct. Then you've got Performance Direct. Won't go into every insurance company. Quoteline Direct. There's Adrian Flux, whole page spread. performance insurance. Herald Direct, Sure Term, Insurance Supercars by Express Insurance Group. Privilege, Performance Line, High Performance Insurance, Gibson Direct, Quote Line, CIA Insurance, Summer Madness, Hot Hatch Direct, Thames City, First Quote Car Line, Auto First, Where the Dog's Bollocks, Torque Direct, Trident, and then we move into ICE info. So, and for this one here, we're putting some ICE into a Mark V Escort. This is the last of the faithful Escort range before the introduction of the Focus. The front speaker positions are better than in the older Escorts, where the speaker sat in the kick well. Positioning speakers high up in the front doors helps the sound. The boot is big enough for a large sub-box or a fancy false floor to hold your amps. So system up to £500. They are using Kenwood KFC P502 components, that's the front speakers. Rear speakers are Alpine SXE 1724 coaxials, and they're using a Kenwood KEC 648 4-channel amp. If you were to look at spending £1,000 on your Mark V Escort to put some ICE in, then you could get the head unit as a Pioneer DEH 2000 single CD tuner. Front speakers are Kenwood KFC PSR 50 components. Rear speakers are standard factory running off head unit. Amps are Phoenix Gold QX 4150V2 4-channel amp. Subwoofers are JL10W0-4 fitted in a Stormforce subbox. And moving over to if you had £2,000 to spend. And if you had up to £2,000 to spend on your Ford Escort for an ICE install, then you could get yourself an Alpine CDA 7850R single CD tuner, JL Audio XR650 CS's components, front speakers, rear speakers none, some just presumably use the standard ones. Amps are Rockford Fosgate Punch 6000 amps 4 channel amp, and subwoofers are 2 times Rockford Fosgate RFZ 1812 12-inch subs. So next up, we've got a double page spread for New Image, UK's #1 mail order. Specialists in Sony, Panasonic, Rockford Fosgate, Kenwood, Clarion, JBL, JVC, Pioneer, Infinity. Then you've got Car Electronics Limited. Specialists Kenwood, Panasonic, Pioneer, Sony. Then you've got Networked in-car electrics. 0% finance over the phone, so if you couldn't afford to take out any buy it outright. You could take the stereo systems out on finance. Again, this is a double page spread for this company here. Is this the cheapest deal ever? You should be fill your car with sound for only £369.95 or £61.66 a month. It should be £769.40. So you'd get yourself a Pioneer KEX P66R head unit. You'd get a Pioneer GMX 424 sub. And I think that's a CD changer. So I think you get a CD changer CDX P650S from Pioneer. Here's one good reason to buy a new Kenwood head unit. Here's 5 more. Professionally fitted for just 99p. You get a free 3-year warranty cover worth over £45. Free subscription to the Kenwood Club, free theft insurance and free accidental cover. Then we've got an advert for the Car Audio Centre, Car Hi-Fi Centre. Don't pay too much, it's the Parker's Car Price Guide. Then we've got an advert for In-Phase Audio, Car Audio Design, Sounds Effective, again another Parker's Guide. Ibiza, the tunes, the sex, the casualties. The Ultimate Insider's Guide to the Island that Sanity Forgot. That's out in Mixmag. Who remembers Mixmag? And then we have Max Self-Service, which is like the chat-up lines. And again, we always say this was the culture back in the day. These adverts would be in the likes of Max Power, Fast Car, Revs, Redline. It was just the culture back in the day. And we're going to finish up on this page here, and we're going to finish off our last part with Speed Shop. What could we buy in September 1999? And we're going to pick out 5 cars to choose, and we'll be back, and that'll feature in the next part of the video where we'll finish this series of Bring Back Max Power. So for a moment, I'd just like to thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe at Scottish Car Enthusiasts and Trains TV, and we'll catch you soon in another Bring Back Max Power.